Hey guys, Happy New Year. Welcome back. We're excited to start our videos for the year. Today we are fixing the CNC router.
It turned out it was disconnecting from the computer, and went on a long trip to figure out exactly what was causing that. Talked with Carbide support. Read through a ridiculous amount of forums, tried every video I could find, and you know what, here's a video. I'll show you what I did and what we ended up figuring out. So here we go.
This is just unhooking all the zip ties where we have it all hooked in to begin with.
Yeah, one of the first suggestions and things that I've found is that there could be some static discharge, basically, whether that be from the same power line and other machines going on, and basically surging the router and sending that through and disconnecting the USB. It's a known issue. This has been in the same setup for over 2 years now, so I was a little weary on thinking all of a sudden something changed when nothing had changed and it was broken. But went through everything we could go through, and one of the last suggestions made was to change out the brushes in the router. So that's what we're starting at. That's what we started doing. This was after sending them all the information, sending them the circuit board to make sure it's the right model, the newest ones. That all checked out, so brushes was the first thing to go, and this is just doing a deep clean of that router and changing out the brushes.
A deep clean with our under cabinet air compressor, by the way.
Yes, and that is in a different video showing us put it in. I put the camera in a bad spot, so Aaron didn't like having to try to edit this down. There's some stuff I messed up and didn't get on camera. But it's a very simple process for the Makitas. Oh yeah, old brush, new brush, they slide right in. They only fit one way. So it's pretty simple to change these out. Now, one of the things that I did figure out would work, and that's how we've still been doing things, or using the CNC, is that it would just only cut maybe a couple of millimeters at a time. We couldn't do any the deeper cutting that we used to do. So cutting out around shapes took like 12 passes when it used to take 4 passes, because I just had to keep it so shallow. It would run ghost paths, which basically means no wood in there at all, and running it at normal depth, it ran no problem. No disconnects on that. It would only disconnect while it was actually cutting. Yeah, here's a handy little thing that I read about, and it ends up working really good. This is an old sock, had a hole in it, so it was going to get trashed. So I cut it off, and what this does is that it helps filter the dust. So we pull it over, put it over the top of that, and then I zip tie it top and bottom, and now we've got a little filter on the router. Helps keep those brushes clean, which will help them last longer. I reinstall this and just kind of temporary put the cables out there, and it seems to work great. So this is me loosening the X-axis in an attempt. We've got a little bit of tramming issues. It's not really surface planing perfect. It's just cantered a little bit to the front edge. This did not fix it, so I've got a video coming up where I'm actually going to do a deeper dive into it and get it really trued up so that we can use it for planing and surface finishing when things are too big to go into our planer.
Yep, this is just zip tying it back in.
Which later you will find out is the mistake. Now this is how they say to hook it up in documents, running it along the back with the other wires and then through the cable management tray there. And as we'll come to find out, that something in that path when it's running is causing the surge that is disconnecting the USB. So here you can see how the sock actually works, collects all that sawdust. I ran a test on it. It seemed perfect. It cut through just like it should. Did the deep passes, everything worked great. And next time I went to use it, didn't work again. So we were right back into the same thing. And like I said, it turns out that it's something in that path. Something, whether it's the stepper motors, the router, the power lines, we don't know. But moving it and taking the cable completely up and out of the way has seemed to fix the issue. So you can see there right at the top of the enclosure that it's actually zip tied onto a little resistance band. There's an old one I had. I just cut about a foot off of it, screwed it to the top so that it'll stretch just a little bit. So after all those changes we made, CNC works perfect again. Haven't had any issues with it yet. Cross our fingers if we hope we don't anymore. And we'll keep on cutting.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
All right, bye guys.